Welcome back to Limbus Company, Daily Mirror Dungeon. Since sinking is the big thing right now, I'm going to run my favorite sinking team. That being just the 3 DHIDs, because they're fun. DHIs just, they're just really fun ideas to use. That's all there is to it. Yisong I, barely ever, use, because he's kind of outclassed by the others, but, he's still, probably decent, I guess. I don't know, he's kind of just the worst version of Rodion, but, I figured I'd run him since I'm running the other two anyways. Ideally, I'd just run the 3 stars, but, let's stick with the whole team for now, shall we? I think that'll work well enough. We could actually just straight up get you to Insight 3. Why not? I'm gonna get attacked a little bit. He's the one person that we really don't want being one-sidedly attacked, because, he's the one that isn't a tankier, but he's also probably gonna be fine. You're at 3 insight, so you can just kind of roll. We can get you to 3 insight too, actually. We can just get everyone to 3 insight basically instantly. I don't know how much I'm going to worry about 3 insight for Yisung and Rodion, because if you get the... Because I just think they just want to tank mostly, right? They kind of benefit from just keep on, discarding more and more stuff. But yeah, now everyone is at 3 insight, which is pretty funny. I guess something else to keep in mind is the fact that we can try making use of Honglu's passive to get his insight up whenever other people get to 3 insight. Which could work well, definitely. Nice. Also, we do have the stuff for the Singing Fusion gift, but that was kind of a coincidence since, we can't actually trigger it because we only have 3 people. But yeah. I started with, I've just been running the Witcher Stars start with 3 EU gifts basically every run now, because there's not really a reason not to. We can get you two both to 3 insight immediately, pretty solid. And then you'll be able to get 3 insight next turn, probably. Yeah, so we can just go for a strong attack for you. That'll work. I don't know, I guess I'm just gonna focus on insight a bunch this run. Why not? Now, the one who's always, has the most trouble getting their insight up is Rodion, though, because her skill 1 doesn't discard. So whenever she's got her skill 1, it puts her in a little bit of a more unfortunate situation, right? Yeah, now everyone's at 3 insight gaming. However, if she's got a skill 1 in the bottom slot and skill 3 in the top slot, you can just defend to get the discard going, which also does work very well. Roll with that. So you're able to kill all these guys, and once again ending a fight with everyone at 3 insight. For the funny. Be it in rest stops, or non-rest stops, but in stores, my main priority is probably going to be getting rid of some skill 1s from Rodion, doing some skill 1 to skill 3, skill 1 to skill 2s. I'm probably going to do stuff like that for everyone, right? At least to some degree. Yisung, we probably want him to get skill 1 to skill 3. Yeah, that'll work. And we can get some nebulizer going? Why not? Later, since we don't have the best... We've got a fairly decent spread of infinities, honestly, for, a team like this. Still nice to have more, though, right? And we get Milepost on the first floor. Milepost and Golden Door on first floor, so we're going to be doing pretty good on cost. But you can see we've got a little bit of everything except for Pride, even though, this team is... Because I think the only thing shared between them is a little bit of Gloom, but all Sloth, right? Because all of them have Sloth skill 3s. That's kind of the running gag in DHA. I hope it continues. I do really like a game that all has, very different skill 1s and skill 2s, but all the same Symphony for their skill 3. Which makes sense, because it is, a similar gimmick for all their skill 3s, right? Since their skill 3s is always the one they want to discard. It's cool. Also, if we can get commemorative coin, that would also be a very funny thing to get going for us. Since then, we can get Honglu's skill 1 to happen more times. Which is funny. It's the only thing we have that's single coin, because, DHE also focuses a lot on multi-hit attacks. It's similar to, Liu Association in that sense. So there's not a lot of single coins. The only single coin is Honglu's skill 1 because of the fact it gains more coins. But it counts as a single coin as far as, far as reusing coins goes, you know. Because if it reuses a coin multiple times, it still technically only counts as one coin. So it triggers commemorative coin. It also triggers stuff like the nail, which, I mean, could be useful to stack, you know, some, like, defense level down on a target. Definitely not, like, worthless, but it's still, you know, not the best thing. More importantly, skill 1 works great with Wound Declared thanks to it being a Wrath skill. But that's also the only Wrath skill in our entire team, so I wouldn't count on it too much. Nice. Kill the boss, and now they're all sad. And we just killed them all like that. Cool. Love DHE. So fun. I decided to go with this as my loading screen because I wanted to change it, and I figured that was a pretty good choice. And yeah, I like it. This would just go to Yi-sung. I guess we'll take healing. We might get hit a fair bit of times, like just because of the fact we're only running 3 people. So it might be a good idea to just kind of prepare. And get a little bit of healing going, right? To make sure we don't get hit too much. Okay, you can get a 3 insight. You can get a 2 insight, that's something. And you can't do much of anything. It happens. Alright. You'll be able to get a 3 insight next turn now, yeah. That's why in situations like that where you see that the skill 3 is coming from Rodion next turn, always go for like the skill 1. Just to make sure that you've got something to discard the skill 3. Because if you went for the skill 2 there, then the skill 3 would end up being in the bottom slot next turn for Rodion. Which means if she was lucky and got a skill 2 in the top slot, that's fine. But if she wasn't, which she wouldn't have been, that would be unfortunate. Although we did get the second slot that turn, so it really isn't that big of a thing, huh? That's fine. Because we can do a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and there we go. Get the 3 insight without too much of a hassle. 3 insight cyclical knowledge is also a pretty strong attack, that's for sure. That's why I didn't bother like discarding it again. Because the only reason to discard a skill 3 again when you're already at 3 insight is if you want to trigger Honglu's passive, which is a 3 gloom resonance, so we wouldn't have been able to trigger it that turn anyways. So I figured I might as well just use the skill 3 instead, right? Since it's pretty strong. Usually, at least from my, you know, preferences, the game plan for Honglu is change his skill 2s into skill 3s. Because you want all 3 of his skill 1s, and you just want as many skill 3s as possible to go along with it to make sure you can get the insight up. Because, I mean, his skill 2 is still really good at 3 insight, don't get me wrong. But it's not as funny as the other 2, right? You want to have skill 1s because they can do a lot of damage, and you want to have skill 3s because you need them to set up Insight 3 in the first place. But there we go. I'm taking this path because I figured I might as well, you know, maximize how many EO gifts I get. We'll go to take the rest stop, you know, event at the top path once we get back there. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, some Pekatula. Simple enough, I'd say. You can get 3 insight immediately. Who's doing a lot of damage? You're doing a fair bit of damage. Okay, we'll clash you then. And you guys aren't doing a lot of damage, but you're going for a bunch of prideful runovers, which do inflict fragile, potentially. So, we will stop the one going for Honglu, probably. Yeah. Since he's the one that isn't a tank. Everyone else is gonna have, like, shield most of the time, right? Oof, unfortunate. Kind of relied on getting heads there to actually win that clash. Luckily, the Vector rolled 2 tails anyway, so it didn't do a lot of damage. That's nice. Blimey, that was some strike. You left him in shambles. Thank you, British man. Doing a great job. Okay. Should be able to redirect everything here, I presume. Yeah, we'll do it like that, but that'll work. You're going for a neutral. That's alright. If we do want to get Rodian to 3 insight, we will have to actually defend next turn, and I don't think it'll be particularly worth it, so I'll probably just live without her getting to 3 insight. Good as it is, it's not as crucial for Rodian, I don't think. Takes more effort for her, and she also just kind of wants to keep on discarding to keep on getting more shield. Besides, this fight's basically almost over, right? Yeah. Yeah, like, look at that. So silly. And there we go, do this. And they should all die. They're all fairly weak anyways. They're all like half or less HP. Probably should have gone for a little bit of a safer clash against this guy. You know, expend knowledge can always fail with a single tails. But I mean, we're fine. I don't really think we need to min-max against, you know, the Pekatula on floor 2 of a normal mirror dungeon. There we go, though. Epic win. Nixie Divergence. This is something we can sell. Cool. And that's all it's good for. Enhanced gifts time. We can't get the Pride Residence going, so I don't really think upgrading Nebulizer helps us that much. I mean, Thorny Path upgrade is nice. If we want to try and focus on the singing stuff a little bit more, I'll take it. And Headless Portrait, I mean, not great. I'll go for it, though. Might as well, right? And this is the Bleed one, which means more to salch. That's good, though. We want to have a fair bit of stuff to sell so we can get a bunch of costs to make sure we can re-roll into, getting someone we want to change the skills to get their skills changed. Okay, one of the people we're using. We've already changed Yistong's skills once. He doesn't really need more skill changes, so if he shows up again, I might just re-roll. This is nice because it'll give us some time to actually set up Insight, isn't it? Sure, we'll do that. Can't actually get to 3 insight on anyone this turn. Next turn we should be doing pretty good on what we can do for that. Rodian's gonna need to defend, but that's fine. It'll be worth it. We're just kind of stalling these first couple of turns, really. Yeah, you're just defending, that's fine. You actually can't redirect, you can't actually get to 3 insight here. That is very unfortunate. Alright, you'll be able to get it next turn then. I kind of had a feeling that might happen, that's okay. Block that, you clash that, you hit this guy. There we go. The block should reduce damage taken, yeah. And it gets you to 3 insight in the process, so that's good. So now we're just waiting on Rodian to get 3 insight, which she will be able to do this turn, and she also gains her second slot this turn, so... works out. Those two are both getting surgeryed up. And this is the turn where investigate the factory, so we gotta take down the big guy. Go for the big one. Yes, we shall. Okay. And yeah, this will work. Clash with like some weakish stuff there. Yeah. This will work. We also did get Honglu's passive going there, not that it matters too much since we're not discarding this turn. Man, that attack alone was enough to stagger him. We're definitely fine. Be able to remove the Hellas factory that we love the city we live in, or that we don't love the city we live in. That's actually, you know, the actual option. I love how it's just conditional SP healing under the Faust passive. It looks so funny. Love the city you live in? No. Proceed, skip. No. Proceed, skip. No, skip. Proceed. Yeah, like, so funny. It's not doing anything for us because we're, like, fine on, we're fine on SP on basically everyone, but it's still funny to see it, like, every time. And we'll do something like that. That should work. You've got 16 HP, so we could hit you with anything. You'd flop dead. Especially with 3 fragility. Yeah, we rolled tails and we killed that guy instantly. We've actually got a fair bit of sinking, which is nice. We do also always have Rhyme Shank if we do really want to lean into the sinking for certain fights. This isn't the kind of fight where I particularly want to do that because we can't kill the boss super fast anyways. But getting a Rhyme Shank off just to stack sinking pretty quickly might be a good idea. How good is Yisang sinking? I don't know. Okay. I think that helps us too much here. Envy or Gloom? This is like Rodion skill 2. This is like Rodion skill 1 and Honglu skill 2. We'll probably take this one. It sells for less, but it means our Gloom attacks will do more damage, which is nice. It'll also have benefit like Rhyme Shank and stuff. I mean, assuming that affects the amount of damage sinking does, right? Yeah, I guess so. So we did want to go for Gloom basically no matter what. Because then sinking will just do more damage. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Unfortunate. Sure, this will work. We're not going to be able to get Rodion to Insight 3 until she draws a skill 2, which isn't happening next turn. Might happen the turn after if we're lucky, but chances are we're going to get unlucky, I feel like. Okay, next turn. That's good. There we go. 3 Insight on Honglu. We're about to get to our shop so we can change the specifics of someone's skill set, which will be nice. Honglu skill 2 also isn't great for us because it's the only one that isn't good for sinking count. It's the only one that, it's his only skill that inflicts sinking potency, but his skill 1 and his skill 3 are both sinking positive at least, or sinking neutral at least. His skill 1 is sinking neutral as long as you land all heads. And his skill 3 is just sinking positive because it inflicts 4, as long as they've got enough count going into the attack. Sure, we'll roll with this. Why not? Can't actually quite trigger your passive, but we'll discard the skill 3 for the bit anyways. Might as well. Could just hide it behind the defensive skill if we wanted to, which isn't a bad idea. But in like longer fights, so that when eventually you can trigger his passive, you can just bring it out. Because it's a pretty nice passive to getting 3 damage up for, you know, doing something that's basically an intended part of his gameplay. Nice. And it's only one guy left, so yeah, we win. Didn't really need to care about the actual using, you know, the skills to maintain insight at this point, but you know, it's kind of just a habit at this point, honestly. There's our victory. Nice. Well, I was trying to think it might be a good idea to give Rodion the second slot first, since then she can like actually get to insight in a decent amount of time, and also means she can just use Rhyme Shank if need be. Okay, 50-50 for you? No, okay. We're fine. We don't really need the NDA. We get hit enough times, I don't think it'll help us that much. Rodion skill change, though. Skill 1 to skill 3, without a doubt. What else do we want? This could be good for, you know, Rhyme Shank, but not interesting me too much. Nah. Fan Pain is just really solid, but nah. It's not calling out to me. Wound Declared is funny, I'll take it. Unfortunately, we can't go to the rest stop. That's fine. Yeah, let's mix this up a little bit. Do that instead so you get the second skill slot sooner, so that you can actually get to Insight 3 and you can use Rhyme Shake and stuff. Yeah, that's a convenient start for you. Convenient start for you. Nice. 2 people are getting Insight 3, and Yisung will be able to next turn without a doubt. Even if he draws another skill 3, we can just have him defend. And that'll work well enough. Oh, you've been paralyzed? That's not great for you. I guess we just do that. We'll just leave the... I guess we'll just leave the skill 3 there until we draw something that discards it. That'll work. Insight 3 skill 1 is also pretty strong, though, so it's nice. Inflicting some bleed, that's fine, though, because you're just gonna delete it, I assume. No, you... Oh, wait, did you just... No, reduce by 1 each turn. Or is it when we start the turn, is it deleted? End of the turn, we're doing it. So, did you remove the pallid noise before it got reduced by turn end? I didn't see if you had any other negative effect. I don't know if you had paralysis or something like that. You might have, though, and I might have just not noticed it. But it looks like it just deleted the pallid noise instead of the bleed with your passive. Which is very interesting if so. I don't know what counts as a negative effect and what doesn't. You've got 3 pallid noise this turn. So we'll see if it gets deleted. Because I kind of always assumed it would just be like the main ones. But no, okay, it does delete pallid noise. I can confirm there since you had 3. Very interesting indeed. I basically only have ever used it for bleed. Whenever you had like rough fights, like, you know, how stuff was during the Blade Lineage event with all the Kurokumo guys. You're doing like no damage. Yeah, okay, here the real heavy hitters are coming out to play now. Yeah, decent. It's the reason why it feels like we're doing so little damage, though. It's because the sinking number is so large and the actual damage number is so low. So it feels like we're doing a lot of damage and it's just barely moving the HP bar. Violence really is the best solution. It sure is. Kill this guy. We love violence. We love violence. Here, press on. Another piercing counter. It could just be the same thing again, for all we know. Maybe something different. We'll see. Throw banner. So that is something different. Okay. Not a very interesting first turn, but that's fine. We're gonna hit a little bit. It happens. We're gaming anyways. I mean, you can just do that, right? Yeah. And do that. Only than the Insight 3, yeah, that's unfortunate, but it's because we haven't gotten any more skill 3s on him. Both Rodion and Yisung have 2 skill 3s at this point, which helps out a lot. Just making sure you draw it sooner rather than later. Because if you're unlucky, the skill 3 always can just be in a 6 slot, which means you can't access it until like turn 3 or something. There we go, though. Sure, we'll roll with that. Might as well. After this, we've still got another random grunt fight on this floor. Shouldn't be too bad. These guys are neutral to the blunt, so Sushi and Study doing decent damage. These guys are also very sad, thanks to just having so much sinking, just always. You must suffer? And just this one guy left. Cool. And down you go. Cool. What's the boss of this fight? I guess I should check here. We still have, you know, one more fight encounter before we get to there. I like to know if it's someone that we should just sink in, because if it's like Toad or something, could be funny. That is Crab. Ooh. Might be a little rough, actually, because of how many mass attacks are just spammed at all times. We'll have to just focus the mass attacks and hope we don't take too much damage. Luckily, these 2 are tanks, so they'll probably be fine. Yeah, everyone wants to discard stuff to get their skill 3 faster, since no one has it there. It wasn't even in, like, the up next for anyone. It wasn't even in the third slot. Or the third row of the dashboard, the thing you get next turn. Here we go, though, that's good. I'm gonna just roll with that, yeah. That'll work. Honglu will get his 3 insight next turn. That'll be good enough. And you resist blunt, but we do not care, because you get staggered. And you die anyways. Nice. And you're weak to slash, so a 2-coin expend knowledge is still really good. You take some damage, not enough for me to be too concerned yet. And you're just going to block all the damage you're taking, especially since you resist blunt. There we go. Oh, and we get to the 3 damage up for Honglu. Oh, you can actually see there, Honglu got a random +1 insight there, and that's because his passive was triggered, and I believe it was because Yisong got his insight back to 3, so Honglu just got to insight 3 without even needing to discard anything himself. He hasn't even discarded stuff yet, but he's already at insight 3. No, he was at insight 2. Maybe it didn't work. I thought he got the random +1 insight, though. Looked like the passive was triggering. I don't know, it's still weird passive. I never really bother too much. He doesn't really need, like, the insight gaining part of his passive. Because it really doesn't take that much effort for him to gain insight in the first place, right? Usually the pretty easy time of it. But yeah, crab time. But it can be a little rough. We do have stuff like Rhyme Shink, though. We can do a lot of damage. And we can stall. Yeah, I don't really think that's a good idea. Yeah, just clash you probably. You guys are gonna do some damage, but that's fine. We'll focus the mass decks. You do that. And you should probably ego that. We could sun shower it. Wouldn't be great, but it'd be something, right? If we do sun shower like this, then is it great? Yeah, then I'll hit like everyone. Cool, roll with that. Means you take a brutal pummeling, you should be fine though. You've got some shield. You won that, that's nice. It wasn't the best chance of winning, but it was worth it to get, you know, more people hit by sun shower. And you got head, so you get your sanity back. Cool. This will do a lot of damage, because these guys are all weak to Pierce and Sloth. Yeah. Cool. You take some damage and you don't have any shield on yourself because you didn't, you know, use any of your normal skills. You didn't get any discard going. That's fine. You're at 3 insight. You can't quite get to 3 insight. You can get to 2 insight, but that's all you can do here. It's fine, actually. We can do that, yeah. Because it discards 2, so it'll discard both these at once. That should be fine. Means we're not killing this guy here. And you know what, we'll just have you kill this guy then. It doesn't matter too much. And it's definitely overkill because, you know, you're our best damage dealer for the most part. Maybe not necessarily here because of Sand Affinities and whatnot, but you are just kind of the big damage dealy one. Excruciating Studies sets up sinking pretty nice on quite a few of these. Because that's positive on sinking count. Yeah, that's a lot of sinking from just spamming your skill 3 alone. And he's just dead. Cool. I was potentially worried about this fight, but Ego exists. Sun Shower does a little bit to this guy. That's cool. Speaking of Sun Shower, I don't really care. I'm just gonna take a cutting knife, probably sell it. I want commemorative coin. And I probably want Honglu skill changes, and then I'll probably be set. He doesn't really need skill changes the most, though, so I'd be fine if he didn't get them. He's usually set as is. Thank you, Heathcliff. Actually, you can just get it set up next turn. Yeah, that'll work. Fine by me. Oh. We win those. Nice. Always worried when you lose like a clash immediately against something like that, but it's usually fine. So there's not really much of a need to be worried usually. You got attack fire down because of that guy. Rude. There we go. Everyone except for Honglu at Insight 3, and Honglu is guaranteed to be able to get Insight 3 next turn. Just because he has yet to draw his skill 3, so it's gonna happen. Nice. Get to 3 Insight again, sure. You can just do that, sure. You can just do that, sure. I mean, that looks good to me. We're not hitting any of the guys that are staggered this turn. We're clashing everything, so that's fine by me. We'll have a lot of good expend knowledges this turn, especially because they're weak to slash. Yeah, doubled up on that guy. That's fine. You resist this, but you'll get staggered, so that's nice. And then we'll just do this. Cool. They're all super bad on Sandy because of how much sinking we inflict. Always funny to see. Yeah, absolutely just demolishing them all. You guys survive, and we kill you. Survival is, you know, relative. It'll only last for so long against a team like this, who's got the power of God and anime on their side. Nice. So maybe that wasn't the best choice, because, you know, there's probably something that would have been guaranteed there, but it's fine. Don't really need these resources, I don't think. Sure, we don't have a lot of pride, but, like, we don't need a lot of pride. I'll just take the 3 levels. We're probably doing decent on pride anyways, though, because we've had, you know, Zippo this entire time. And I think we've used that one Sunshard, but I think that's the only ego we've used so far this run. Okay, these guys again. Simple enough, do some damage, not enough for us to be too concerned, though. And check how much pride we have after, you know, saying that, but I'm sure it's fine. Yeah, we've got 22 pride. That is good enough. And there, I did go for that. We're going to defend with Yisang to get his insight up, but that's fine. It means he's not going to take any damage this turn, most likely. So it's kind of worth it, anyways. Oh, never mind. He's still getting hit by that attack before he gets his defend. That's unfortunate, but it kind of just happens usually. So I'm not that concerned. Definitely unfortunate Yisang has 2 stagger thresholds, but he is a 2-star, so he's not meant to be as good of a tank as, you know, Rodion is. It's just how they go. It's gonna say you're gonna have trouble clashing, but you're gonna be fine. We'll pull that out to get you to 3 insight finally. Get a bunch of sinking count off. This guy's already at negative 45 Sandy, so the sinking doesn't really help us that much, but it's still funny. I like stacking sinking on people. Cool. And yeah, that just kills. And you take some damage, which is fine. Not enough for us to be too concerned. You resist the slash. You get the attack power down, which we can live with pretty easily. We've got everyone at 3 insight. We've got a lot of strong attacks this turn. We're getting some people who've drawn second, like, skill 3s. So they're just being able to, you know, use their insight 3 versions of their skill 3s, which are pretty strong for the most part. as you could probably imagine. And yeah, you're gonna try countering. You probably just die, though, so I don't even think you get the chance to actually counter. Even if it is just, you know, a Yisong skill, too. Nice. And finish the last one off. Cool. On to the boss we go. After we get, you know, our event into our shop, into our rest stop. Okay, we can sell your eye. We just poached this giant toad just so we could get its eye to sell it on the black market. As you do, honestly. Yisong, no, we don't want him. We do not want you. Came out a little rude, but you know what I mean. I should probably take Red Order. I always forget Red Order exists, but it is nice for us. You know what, why not? We've got Nebulizer. And there's a Honglu skill. Okay, skill 2 to skill 3, as we like to do. Red Stain Gossipium. Actually kind of funny. And now we're going to sell a lot of stuff because there's a lot I want to do here. Yeah, healing stuff doesn't matter at this point. Rupture doesn't matter for us. Tremor doesn't matter for us. Yeah, so much of the stuff you can pretty easily sell and I feel nothing. Like, we don't need healing. There we go, that's good. We can roll a couple more times, see if we get anything else funny. No, okay, that's fine. We press on because there's a bunch of stuff I want to upgrade here. Because Premier Calm Water Plus Plus. Upgrade Nebulizer a little bit for more poise. We don't really have a good way to get more poise, unfortunately, but it'll be funny. We need to get Wound Cleared Plus Plus. Because now we can get some stupid bleed stacking going when combined with Red Stain Gossipium. Which we're going to get the Plus Plus as well for more bleed. And that's all we can do there, cool. Okay, but yeah, this is the plan. Honglu skill 1. Wound Cleared Plus Plus, there's so much bleed count already that we can just stack it up pretty easily. A Fox time. Okay, we've got Sun Shower, so this should go well. You couldn't actually set up Insight 3 this turn anyway, so that's fine. But we can clash a little bit like that. Should be good. Sun Shower this, it hits everything. I mean, that should be good. We get those two to Insight 3 immediately. We potentially get some crits this turn. Yeah, so you get the stupid amount of offense level up next turn. Nice. We might crit Sun Shower too, which could be funny. Oh, we did. Yeah, crit heads on Sun Shower, just kind of guarantees that we demolish all the umbrellas. Yeah, a little bit loud. 940 damage with the Sun Shower, pretty solid. It's alright, you know, it's okay. It's nothing insane. Oh, and you got the crit too, so you're also gaining a stupid amount of offense level next turn? Cool. And you can get to 3 insight here. You can set up bleed a little bit, honestly, yeah. We'll do that and we'll have everyone else probably just one-side this part. It's like, oh no, you're hitting Rodion. It would be a shame if she didn't care. Especially with a 3 protection this turn, you're not doing any damage. You're going for this here, so we can get some bleed going since this part's going to be attacking a bunch. Yeah, look at that bleed. 20 with 20 count. Just for the bit. It wouldn't be very great to, you know, like bleed on the part that's not attacking right now. But yeah, so you're just going to take a bunch of self-damage with these attacks. You're doing more damage to yourself than you are doing to Rodion. Which is always funny. Okay, yeah, this turn we want to go for the body because you're going to shield. Actually, it doesn't matter that much. We'll probably just go for the head anyways. Yeah. Everyone's at Insight 3. The Sandy loss is rude, but not really that rude for me to care too much. And down you go, just like that. Yeah, a little bit of an overkill, especially with what we did with our EU gifts there. Should have taken Clover's thing. I think Clover should have been in the shop at one point. That would have been very nice for us to actually maintain poise. But yeah, pretty cool. You two both did a lot of damage, pretty close. Yisong didn't do nearly as much, but he was still chilling. He still did a fair bit of work, right? He doesn't need to be the best. He's a 2-star. He's trying his best, and that's what matters. Yeah, I love DHA so much. Favorite faction, mechanically. I guess we get our boxes. Still not used to, getting the boxes again. Going those weeks without it, really changes you. And we can do our daily pulls, though. Oh, 2-star, nice. Could be anyone. And Warp Faust, sure thing. I'll take it. I don't really need... I mean, that's 15 thread, right? You don't really need Faust shards right now. That's alright, though. And Gregor Banner. Also a 2-star. Is all gonna be Faust? No, 70 song. Sure thing. I'll take it. That's nice. I'm not doing great on shards because I've, threaded a lot of these, but that's how it goes, right? Just the nature of things. But yeah. Anyways, that'll be all for this time. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye.